Okay. Today's the 9th of April 2020. I'm still trying to sort this lotto thing out. It's always on my mind. Sometimes I wake up with some insight, but it does involve other people who are my witnesses who um, seem to be more credible than myself with paperwork to go with their tickets. But even still, without a solicitor, you can't get to the back of house at the bank and, subpoena times on credit card statements. I just don't do that. So, yeah, it's very difficult. But, there was a couple of things that happened today. Because it's Easter, I wanted to send my family something. And I'll just show you if you can see this. That this actually says large satchel from the post office. Now, this has happened to me before. And when you read this, it actually says it's a medium satchel. I'm thinking, hang on, what's Australia Post doing? I'm paying for a large one, and this is a medium. But what in fact happened is that they've now changed their medium to large. So it used to be a cheaper price, but now it's a dearer price, and they've added an extra large. So that's that. Um, the other thing is that my dear sister, I don't often hear from her, but she had um, an overseas trip whereby she would have been overseas, actually in Italy right now, but she had to cancel, and I think she took some leave and some of the long service leave. But anyway, what happened because the trip was cancelled? Basically, she went back to work. Now she works for one of the cruise lines, and the trip was like a familial, or part of her being able to on sell trip. So she had to pay some money, and it was overseas, so she had to pay airfares. So far, she's even though she was insured, it went through a private contractor, and she's lost 2,500 today. And yeah, I really feel for her because she was a single mum. She's worked hard all her life. Anyway, so basically, she gets a phone call today. Um, Apparently everyone at her work's getting, a bit heavy-handed, and she probably knew this was coming because they kept asking her to take her leave, and of course they want leave at reduced pay and all this. Anyway, like she stood to her guns, but today, oh, actually, before that, one of her team leaders said to her, "Oh, why don't we change your um, long service leave just to annual leave?" Well, the next thing they did, because they can't really do this with long service leave, that's leave that you've earned for working for many years. Okay. Oh, what I must add as well is, first of all, the phone call to her was, you know, like a congratulations, because she sent she found that the company had been double refunding to customers, and she actually saved thousands, if not millions, of dollars to this company. But the next thing she gets told is, because by now she's changed her long service leave to annual leave, and they can wiggle their way. Basically, it appeared to me that not only her, but because she had so much leave, she was rather bullied into taking time off. So she tried to stick to her guns. And finally, she, probably succumbed and said, "Yes, I'll take a week off here and a week off there. But, I have lost, so much money because, you know, my holiday plans were cancelled due to the coronavirus." Anyway, so you know, companies look, if this company would possibly, although they've got probably lots of money aside, they probably had suffered a big loss. It is a cruise company largely, and they could apply to keep people on at the 1,500 a fortnight game, because the employers, I must say, they may get cheaper holidays, but they don't really get paid that much. Anyway, in all, I'm not mentioning the company, but it is one of the cruise companies. So anyway, I really feel for my sister because she works really hard. And on one hand, she gets a pat in the back for saving the company so much money because she saw one of the flaws in their system and notified them. And on the other hand, they made her change her leave. They knew what they were doing. They made her change her long service leave to leave, and then they more or less forced her to take her leave. Um, yeah, look, it's really not fair. Some people work really hard and do the right thing, and you know what what's to say that in the future, like they force people to take all their leave, and then they lose their job anyway. I feel really sorry. I mean, I'm sure things are happening to lots of people, but in this instance, I feel really sorry for my sister, and I abhor that company because they're always on the tight side with their employers, and they expect so much. It's like a cruise company, McDonald's. How McDonald's used to be, like paying like the lowest wages for juniors, etc. Anyway, I'm really going off track, but to make someone change their long service leave into annual leave, so thereby it's easier for the company to force them to take their leave. I mean, my sister found out that she did a bit of research that technically she did not have to take her leave, but the bullying by the team of people that were pushing her to take a leave made her think, well, maybe I should succumb a bit, and she succumbed and lost a couple of her working weeks to leave. Now, um, because she's lost money thus far, but because she still had a long service leave and leave, if the virus were to end, she still, of course, wanted to, you know, use her holiday up because the company that was holding some of the holiday was only holding it to October or November. Now, who knows if they go bankrupt or what? And like, if she doesn't have enough time to go on this holiday, she loses that also. So, you know, it's not very nice that companies can, use this virus to, bully people. Anyway, thanking you.